Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. Today we're starting a new game as The Forgotten, and this will probably be the last game of this series before Symbiosis comes out and we start up a new series for that. And I really don't know what my plan is for that yet, but yeah, we'll figure it out. I will continue to have a think on it. For now, all the settings are the same here. I just like to show the settings screen at the beginning so people don't have questions. For now, what we need to focus all of our thinking powers on is how to do a better job this game than we did last game. Last game we had a very promising start, a pretty favorable position, and a solid early game, and then it all fell apart in the mid-game due to basically me not making sure that our dust production was keeping up with our expanding needs. And there were a couple of ways in which I failed to do that. So these are all things we need to be cognizant of going into this game here. Number one, obviously, approval management is a big deal. Spending large portions of the game unhappy or worse is a really good way to get even further behind. Remember, on high difficulties, you are always playing from behind. You can't just do as well as everybody else. You have to do better than everybody else, and I was extremely not doing that. Number two, influence production is an important part of dust production. We need to have access to good Empire plans, and it's important to remember that in most games, running an espionage operation that gets you tech is going to be more expensive than it was in that last game, because we got really lucky with our spy never getting discovered. In a lot of games, your spy is going to occasionally get discovered while stealing tech, and then the AI is going to do a roundup on him, and then you're going to have to pull him out of that city and move him into another city, which is going to cost you time as well as additional influence for resettling. So we probably need to have better influence production. The Religious Fervor event usually occurs sometime around the same time every game, you know, in the neighborhood of somewhere around turn 30 to 40-ish. So we can rely on that for some help, but we have to actually get our influence engine really running. So, oh right, before we do anything here, I'm going to of course make a save and upload this save so that people can play along if they would like. If you do, please do post about your game in the comments. I love to hear the sort of alternate history versions of the events of the game. And with that, we are properly off here. So first of all, obviously, search ruins in your home region. 30 dust, pretty good. Let's pop our hero off to here. Grab this. That's, well, I just clicked that with the wrong army. That's annoying. So we have some Gelderus over here, and we have a temple ruin way off in the distance. Okay. Well, the good news is I don't think that affects very much because there's basically there's no way I settle anywhere but right here, right? This is 3 escaped specimens and some moss pearls, which are not a great anomaly for us because a lot of it's science, but still it's a 5 resource tile. It's a lot better than you generally get. The tile the city itself is going down on is pretty bad, but all of the other tiles around it are better than the base 3 resources, so I think we will be okay. There's a dumb misclick, though. Hopefully not a portent of things to come. 16, 13, 12, jeez. And access to this water here, but this is just inland water, right? Yeah, this is not ocean access. Hard to be mad about this start, though. So, can we move this person off of food? We can, without disrupting our turn 3 population boost. So we pull 1 turn off the Founders Memorial, but do I want to carry more food over toward the next citizen? I kind of want to get this Founders Memorial established. We're definitely going to want to buy Language Square. So now, here we have we actually do have a choice to make already. I usually go right away for Mill Foundry. We have an unusually large amount of industry, though, this game. And winter's not for at least 13 turns. I kind of wonder if a fast cultivation might be a good play this game. Is there any version of this where I put it down before the Founders Memorial, like buy it right now and start building? Oh, our Founders Memorial gives 10 dust. I kind of forgot about this. The Founders Memorial is not exactly the same for all factions, and it's giving us a lot of extra dust to compensate for the fact that we are not getting any science from it. No, we probably want to finish the Founders Memorial first no matter what. Which means that I don't actually have to make this decision yet. no sense buying a tech that gives us a building until we're ready to actually build the building. So, let us just get a move on here. Oh, there's some Mycordia up there, not in a position where we really could have taken advantage of it. Gift 8 die to the Gelderus. Well, I think that's unlikely. So we may as well just kill him. Hold on. Okay, if this gave 130 die, I might have considered waiting a little bit. So, be the first to activate 4 luxury boosters in order to get 130 emeralds, and be the first to destroy 10 armies in order to get tactical training. Well, that probably means tactical training is out of our reach. But yeah, let's go ahead and knock this out. We're probably not going to be giving them any dies. So, the Ice Wargs are dangerous. They are very high attack and damage for a base unit, and they're fast because they're cavalry. They also have Sweep Strike back, which is a concern, but they're cavalry, so militia. Militia will be very good against them. I think this is probably one of those cases where we want to be extremely cowardly with our assassins. It is neat that the assassins go first, though. They have 22 initiative. I think that's higher than militia. Yeah, let's play this really safe. As it is right now, none of these units can be attacked. They can't really even get close. Our guy only has 3 moves, so if they're trying to run up here, they'll be able to get away from him. We want to run toward him to encourage the Gelderus into our militia units. It was not necessarily going to have any effect this turn, but I wanted to entice them for next time. So we are going to commit some guys to this Ice Warg. Our assassins shouldn't get killed in a single hit, because if I do this way, the militia is going to take an extra bit of damage. Yeah, it's fine. So what I'm thinking here is, we can't have both of the assassins attack this guy if this assassin starts by moving here. However, if this assassin starts by moving here and attacking, then he's going to take the counterattack from this warg plus the normal attack from that warg, and there's a really good chance he dies. So, that being the case, I think one of our assassins is sitting out the attack here. Okay, that is 100% acceptable. Yeah, I like this. Everybody in on this dude. Actually, no, this is kind of bad, right? We don't want the attack from this angle. Attack from this angle just gets our hero hit an extra time, which I guess is not so bad. We do it like this. That means this guy can't get in to attack the Ice Warg if this Ice Warg doesn't resist our damage. Which is good, because it'll prevent this guy from causing an annoying Sweep Strike back. Although, then our hero's causing an annoying Sweep Strike back. Man, Sweep Strike back sucks. Okay, use the attack from here, I guess. Ignore that guy. You can attack this guy from here, where the strike back will hit nobody else. Okay, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. They're rolling half damage against us. It was not guaranteed to be that way. Okay, 10 spices. Well, that's very interesting. Obviously, we're going to use our 10 spices immediately. Push ourselves up to happy. Get all that extra food. All that glorious, glorious food. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good amount of food. If we push this guy, are we going to get a single turn? We are going to get a single turn birth. Okay, we're doing that for sure. That's going to help our industry prospects. Obviously, now we're going to have to rebuild this village. Let's see what's over here. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we know something that's over here. I'm not sure I'm going to make that distance in 4 more turns, because there's a lot of trees, it seems like. I guess we'll see. Alright, a Delver's village in the nearby region of Naclaran. Okay, that's interesting, since Delvers are a pretty good assimilate for us. Can we see any... Okay, we know this is not Naclaran, and we know this is not Naclaran due to its village being the wrong type. Also Gelderus, interestingly. So this could be Naclaran down here. I'm going to have these two split up. Oh, interesting. He jumped out of the stack in the wrong space. That's weird. It just pathed wrong. Like, this space was accessible, right? If he jumps out here and then moves there. And that's what it showed on the thing, but he just jumped out to the wrong space for no reason. Weird. Usually the game is pretty faithful about following the pathing as it is laid out when you hold right-click. Alright, more dust. I'm always welcome. Looks like maybe we can actually go around a lot of these trees. Okay, make sure there's no enemy in Gildren in 5 turns to get 80 free dust. Well, I certainly can't make sure, but it's entirely possible that that will just happen for us. Alright, how do we want to allocate our people here? Oh, want to keep everybody on food. Look at the growth. Look at that growth potential. So one thing we could do is just buy out the Founders Memorial and really get rolling, but if we do that, we won't have enough dust to also buy a building tech, so probably not a great idea. Part of me really does want to push the mill foundry. Get cultivation now, build that seed storage right away, and then build the mill foundry afterward to maximize the advantage from the food. Because, man, we are producing a lot of food right now. Yeah, okay, never mind. We, like, absolutely have enough time. In fact, we can even stop off over here. Grab ourselves 5 glass steel. Well, that's not dust. Okay, that is not the right, that's not the right type of village. Which means that Naclaran must be down here. Or I guess this could be it, because this does share a border with us. As far as I know, it's always a region that is adjacent to the region that your first city is in. Let's see what these haunts want. Probably they are not going to be a viable assimilation target for us, but they can still work in our society. With the glass steel we pulled there, we're pretty likely to get this... to get a version of this quest that we can complete. But also, my 50 dust, man. And since we're not pacifying villages for tactical training... I mean, what are the odds that I settle here? Honestly, that's not a bad location. That's a lot of food and dust. The industry's not so great. But Spiral Rockpeel has approval on it. This would not be a bad second settle. Alright, let's try to get these guys pacified. They want 5 titanium brought to that village. Well, that's crummy. Maybe we'll get lucky and find 5 titanium in a ruin somewhere. Okay, don't want to change anything about that. You know, at least our hero's going to be getting some good XP here. Getting a lot of good ruin searches off. Oh my. This might be our second settle right here. Because that is a golden tree. So, of course, we found ourselves Breakwall, also a little bit of dust. Alright, this game, I think we are going to go for Lord of the Trance. Just 5 infiltration points per turn over double or nothing. But that path still starts with Managed Torpor, and then we go up through Fast Healer into Lord of the Trance. So yeah, if you're not familiar with this thing, oh my god. This is, as far as I know, the only anomaly to have more than 10 approval on it, and also it gives a significant amount of dust output to the tile. A settlement right here only has 5 industry to start with, and this 8 dust is the only dust. But look at all that food. Or we could start here and then build down into here. That feels to me like it's got to be wrong, though. It's got to be It's got to be start on the 10,000 food. So actually, I probably don't want to go seed storage right away because I think I want to go settler right away. We have some phenomenal expansion territory here. Also, spices. That's cool. That's a cool thing to have. All right, well, let's go talk to these guys. They are not the delvers we're looking for, but they still might be valuable to us. If we colonize their region, they will pay us. Okay, that's the kind of contract I can get behind. It looks like our hero's going to sweep around and explore down here, so this guy doesn't really need to. We can just continue out into the open. Alright, and you just gotta find me a ruin. Find me a ruin that has some titanium in it. Okay, notice a wine deposit. That's very interesting to me. And we have no Draken in this game, I'm just now noticing, which I kind of like. I have seen the Draken just like completely take over games, probably just due to the fact that their armies have a lot of health, and so the other AI have trouble fighting them. Enough times that I'm always nervous about Draken players, especially Draken early game neighbors. Although it seems like maybe I should be more worried about roving clans. I should have checked this earlier. Okay, so if we move anybody off of food, we don't get our optimal population replacement rate. I think we want to go into Mill Foundry. I think we want to go Memorial Mill Foundry Settler here. And just like go for a pretty fast expansion. And then we're probably going to want sewers afterward. You guys want to give me a quest now? Nope, still no. Well, I can't say I'm surprised that they were not willing to offer me one this turn, after also not being willing to offer it last turn. 30 dust is pretty cool. So note, 2 wine deposits that we've seen up here. Also, as far as strategics go, we're sitting on glass steel. There's titanium up there. More glass steel over here. Just it's a good thing to keep an eye on. Alright, show me 5 titanium. Nothing. Well, not exactly what I asked for. So there's more glass steel over in this region. This region just seems so good. Okay, there's that titanium I was looking for. Are there any more undiscovered deposits? No, we are not showing any more undiscovered deposits in our home region. So let's just go ahead and queue up the... Oh, I did queue up the Mill Foundry already. Hey, I'm way ahead of myself. Alright, so we want him to wheel back around and grab this before this region has the opportunity to produce any more dudes. I'll be honest with you, the fact that there's wine up here doesn't make me want to expand up here even more. We might just do a double fast expand, like I've done in a couple of games here, just try to grab 2 regions around turn 20, except that you're not going to get an Empire plan in the first 20 turns. Probably the case with us anyway, if we want to be infiltrating a city with our with Guliyawa, and then just try to really turn it up from there. I used to be very, like, we're going to produce a settler, and then they're going to settle on turn 20 after we take advantage of the cheapest and most efficient possible Empire plan. But the more I play, the more I come around to thinking that that little skipping the first phase Empire plan is not the end of the world. Okay, these Delvers have given us a quest that is not really doable, and this is the village we care about. So, wait, is this the village we care about? Yes. Okay. It's not showing the quest in the tooltip over there, which is why I got a little worried. We can fight Delvers, but Ziama Agya can't, or Guliyawa rather, can't fight them himself. Well, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do about this. We could just bribe them. That is an option. I almost never bribe people. Because it's expensive, and you usually don't have the dust to do it. In our case, we have the dust to do it. It's just that that dust is really valuable to us. Alright, you kind of need to start flanking around this way. I think what we're going to have to do here is bring another body over. So we see a little bit of the edge of Purple's territory. We know that we are not alone in this world, and that Purple borders Naclaran, which is a region that we have very strong feelings about. By the way, the fact that this region now has both a titanium deposit and the Delvers that we sought makes me really, really, really want it. We can equip a level 1 movement trinket here and actually gain a point of movement, right? Yeah, that's worth doing. You got a bit of walking ahead of you. How long will it take to produce one of those at our current rate? 13 turns. We do it like this, we'll finish the mill foundry right as the next point of population pops, and then, obviously, we'll stop producing food for a while we're building the settler. I think I like that timing. We want to get this as early as possible, or it will not be here. And in fact, that might be the hero's job until this guy gets over here, is just to run along the border and play goalie. Murder any settlers that try to come across, because this is high-value real estate. Oh hey, I did that thing. Hooray, we made sure. I did put so much effort into it. This 80 dust feels like a real validation of my work. Okay, I like that very much. So we have 3 pacified villages in this region now, and a wine deposit. Nothing else though, right? Yeah, just the wine. Still pretty good. Actually, I don't know that. There is territory unrevealed. Could be more than just the wine. Huh. Interesting. Stasis pillars. You very rarely see stasis pillars outside of cold areas. Weird. Okay, so we have a bunch of dust. What do I want to do with this? We don't really need to buy anything else right away. If we're gonna buy something else, it's sewers, right? As we expand here. I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on buying a tech until we actually need a tech. If we get lucky 1 or 2 more times on dust here, buying access to the hero market might be the most sensible thing. I think in the very early game, heroes are 200 something, and the cost of a tech right at this moment is 58. So we'd need quite a bit more dust. Maybe we can get lucky and find a ruin with our hero here. What is the reward for this quest stage? 15 glass steel? Alright. Well, not having a ton of luck on the ruins. Looks like it's only a 2-village region, probably. Unless that's also a village, but that seems unlikely given its proximity to the other one. You also really need to try hard to find me a ruin right now. There we go, there's something. There's a couple somethings. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get both of those next turn. Give me some information. This guy finishes on 12. Yeah, if Purple doesn't rush their first settler to Naclaran, I think we have a really good chance of getting it. It will unfortunately mean that we are for sure going to get revealed to Purple. There are benefits to remaining incognito. Or rather, you know, just unseen. I'm gonna keep this guy over here where I can see potential incoming enemy settlers, though. I probably benefit from running around this big wooded area. Although, actually, next turn I can just walk down to here and be in range. Do I think that Gulayawa plus 1 assassin can take these Delvers? Yes. Yeah, I think probably. Okay, a quest, not exactly what I was looking for, although hard to be too upset about Lust for Loot. And nothing. Well. Joy of joys. Okay, so this is our plan for you for right now. Then we'll snap Gulayawa over here once we get close. Yeah, I think we should be able to do this. Delvers are tough. I think I am going to buy access to the mercenary market as well. The heroes are at 263 right now. Zarcha Atenol is pretty bad for us with the science boost. Food boost 1 is not great. Influence efficiency 1, so not a lot of good heroes here. I will say that the Archivist at least has Irrigation Expert for our river, plus Narrative Master. Honestly, that's not bad. Yeah, that's compelling. That might well be what we do. Right, you have your orders. You know what to do. So, I wonder if I am going to just produce a second settler immediately? This region's good. Get our sewers right after. Yeah, not certain. Not certain. Alright, I think we're going to go for this. I think we can take him. Julio is tough. Balance a power bar. Thinks we cannot take them. These guys have 2 move each, circular attack and stun. We definitely don't want to run in on them on the first turn. I want them to have to come to me a little bit. So they're only getting to move 1 space forward each right now. And we want to position ourselves to come in at them through the trees. Take advantage of their very slow movement. So you attack from this side. And then the question is, do we have the hero attack the same one to group up on them? Or do we have the hero attack the other one to prevent it from attacking? These guys do, they do have a 20% chance to stun when attacking. This does not fire on counterattacks. So from a sheer, like, lowering their damage output perspective, it is best for us to focus up. But if we were to do this thing, right, and focus up, and this guy moved to here and got a lucky stun off on our hero, it would be kind of devastating. Yeah, let's play it safe, and if we're going to do it that way, we should do it like this, so that we at least are still gaining the morale. Actually, let's do this. And the reason I want to do it like that is that we can actually get to a spot where this guy... No, never mind. There's no way for 2 units to stand adjacent to this dude without this guy being able to reach one of them. I was going to say maybe we can get around the far side of that enemy and not have to fight them. Ooh, boy, okay, our assassin immediately takes half of his health and damage. Well, what if he just runs away this turn? They don't really want to lose the assassin right away. Still very worried about the possibility of taking a stun here. But maybe, like, assassin sacrifice is the right play. It keeps there from being any possibility of a stun, unless we get unlucky. It is possible that I just roll poorly, fail to kill this guy, and then we still have the possibility of a stun next turn. I think this is right. Our hero taking a stun here would really suck. Okay, and now we run this guy away. And the hero can solo this guy out, probably. Okay, I think that was the right way to go about that. And we got 10 wine. You're kidding me. Well, pretty happy about that. Let's go ahead and push our empire up to fervent here. Even more outcome. Alright, so, Forgotten hiding in the nearby region of Chisas played a part. What does nearby mean where you come from? Alright, well, that's annoying. That's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to access. We could have these guys turn around. Lust for Loot's pretty important, though. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Is that... Just real quick, like, 5. That's like 25 tiles away from the village. It's very harsh. Alright, well, I guess let's hit end turn here. So, given that those starting heroes are not amazing, it might... yep, spices wore off. Fortunately, we're still going to hold Fervent. It might be the case... I guess we have managed Torpor already, don't we? Yeah. So given the amount of time we know it's going to take these guys to travel, the right play here is probably unassign the hero and create a new army on Lodera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we would get to here, trigger the quest, and then teleport over to this guy right as he reaches the ruins. Oh, and we can see the encroaching border of another player. Alright, I do believe that is the right move. Sorry, this screen is how we do that. Create army on city Lodera. Oh, you know, that's a cliff there. We can't... So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be one more turn of movement. Ah, that's a shame. Well, our timing here will not be 100% efficient. Alright, so next turn we get our settler. We got to figure out what we want to do with that. God, I need more ruins. I need new ruins to search. I think I'm going to... Do we want to abandon guarding Naklaran? I mean, our dude's about ready to run out there. I'll be very disappointed if I abandon it and I don't get it because of that. But also, we have a lot of irons in the fire here, and I need to keep searching ruins. We need dust. What is the first step of Lust for Loot giving us? 15 emeralds? That's not very good. That's not very good at all. Oh, hey, Dust Eclipse time. Well, that is a temple ruin we're headed toward. You're going to be passing a non-temple ruin toward a non-temple ruin. That's a shame. And over here, the ruin that we're going to for the quest is also a non-temple ruin. That's also crummy. Ah, well. Okay, so we are going for this spot. Do I just build another settler? We're looking at 3 turns. Yep, I do. We're just gonna have 3 cities before turn 20. Honestly, it's not a terrible thing. Think about how good it's gonna be when Religious Fervor pops. We see purple expanding. We know at the very least they're not the cult. Also, I'm pretty sure blue's not the cult because I don't think they had this territory the first time we saw its border, so that's also an expansion. Doesn't really give us a ton of information. Certainly not a ton of actionable information. Oh, that's a temple ruin right there. Well, whatever. Blast Steel. Man. Blast Steel and then nothing. Great. Great. Couldn't really be any better than that, huh? Okay, hold on. You have to go to here, which means you have a little bit of time to look around. We don't actually want to end the turn anywhere other than adjacent to this ruin, though. Yeah, this is fine. There's Saratan over here. Yeah, we could have turned our settler around and searched this ruin, but it actually would have added a turn to our travel time, because it would have been 2 points of movement to go back and then another 2 to come forward. I don't know. It might have been right, because temple ruins are pretty good right now, but I guess we will have to do without. So we have the dust for a hero. Do I want to pick up Archivist Nachampsesa? Or do we want to wait until turn 16 to maybe see something a little bit more compelling. I kind of want to buy the hero right away. I guess the benefit to the city right now is very minimal, or is literally nothing, in fact, because we don't even get the food boost bonus until the settler's done. I guess the hero starts earning XP right away, though. And I suppose it is worth noting that this hero does have Fast Learner, which is just more XP. And honestly, Narrative Master is really good. It's really good for our thing. Yeah, okay. Get you in here and get you earning. Do love a nice early hero purchase. Do we have enough movement to grab that without slowing us down? You get that and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. We can grab this on the way over. It doesn't even add a turn to the trip. You are Ardent Mages. Okay. That's interesting. So, we're going to take a step forward here, and then we're going to want to back up right away. Or we're going to want to assign the hero to this other army right away. Because remember, those... oh, right. Those Predators are going to spawn. Okay, I was going to say, oh, I shouldn't have done this yet, because we need to get the Predator design before... Well, I would like to. We don't need to. But I would like to get the Predator design before spawning our Predators. But that doesn't happen until we kill these ones. I'm not actually sure what is going to happen here. We're going to get those guys spawned. I'm going to try to teleport away because I don't want to fight. It's going to be a little tricky to do fast enough. Okay, so it spawned, but we don't actually fight them yet because we wouldn't win the fight anyway. But I wanted to spawn them in the hopes that they will run toward us, which is entirely possible. Okay, ruins over by the city. If the Dust Eclipse is 2 more turns, we'll have time to search this ruin. I'm not super optimistic on that one. Do you guys want to give me cool stuff for free, maybe? With an army led by a hero, search this ruin for 2 free eyeless ones. That's actually kind of interesting. I would like that. Alright, what are we going to build in this city once this guy is done? We probably are going to build a point of population out of this Gelderus camp, right? I think that probably makes the most sense. And then we're going to, we're definitely going to need to think about getting our espionage started pretty soon. Grab this. Oh yeah, 80 dust. Somebody else activated luxury boosters and got that reward. I'm fine with that. Okay. We do have some emeralds we could pop, and I suppose we ought to. You know, it's going to take us from 90 to 95, and then settling the new city is going to drop us some. I'm not sure exactly how much. Because we're going to, obviously, the population of the new city is going to be pretty happy. So this is 10, 13, 8 versus 26, 5, 8. Yeah. Yeah, I love industry and everything, but this is... I can't pass up 26 food. Okay, so we do only have 2 villages in this region, which is a shame. I guess it's still technically possible. There could be one there. Nope, there isn't. 2 villages in this region. We definitely need one of these, and I probably don't need this person on food. Yeah, we're going to get the 1-turn birth anyway. Alright, so now we definitely have the dust to buy the Predator design. Oh man, 1 more turn. Please, 1 more turn. Please just give me 1 more... Actually, you know what? I didn't look at what type of unit that was. We did see a 1-unit army that was just a Telsum Warlock, so that's probably that. But man, if that was a settler... I will have wanted to turn on them. Also spawn our settler here. Search this. Oh, it's locked by the lust for loot. Shoot. That's crappy. Okay, another 80 dust is pretty happy. I'm pretty happy to have another 80 dust, is the thought I'm trying to express in a semi-English fashion. So I didn't actually pop the emeralds because I'm an idiot. Popping the emeralds does put us back to Fervent. I talked about it and then I was like, yeah, we should do it. And then I didn't do it because I got distracted. I do get distracted some of the time. Alright, come on, give me one more turn. One more turn of Dust Eclipse. So 80 for this, and then 106 for that also right away, I think. I'm assuming that that quest army will make a beeline toward us, because that's usually what happens with quest armies. If you evade them, they run toward, like, your nearest city or your nearest unit. I'm really hoping that that's what those guys are doing. Although we do have to be careful, because the settler is not actually going to be safe next turn. Although if they attack the settler directly, it just retreats and then settles next turn. Alright, come on. Please don't end. Oh, no. Heartbreaking. Well, you guys are still headed in this general direction. You guys are still headed in that general direction. And we still get to do a normal search of this ruin. Alright, let's see. So we still don't see any purple exploitation or what do you call it? Resource extractors or anything. So we know nothing about purple. We still don't really have much of a sense of what is going on outside of our borders. Been a very internal game so far. We are 1 to 18 turns away from winter. I would expect it to be much closer to 1 than 18, given that the eclipse just ended. The capital's going to want to build the sewers as soon as we finish rebuilding the Gelderus village. And then the next purchase absolutely has to be Empire Mint. Okay, 40 dust for me. I'm being attacked. Show location? Ah, yes, it is that quest army, right. I think we should have this well in hand. Obviously, I do not want you guys to show up to the battle. But yeah, Predators don't fight in melee very well. Also, they do not get to apply their mark on counterattack, I'm pretty sure. It's only on real attack. So, if we were to set up for the assassin to be able to get onto them on the first turn, which we can do, Gulayawa won't be able to get onto them on the first turn. So let's see if we can figure out a way to make this work a little bit better. I guess they have 3 range and Gulayawa only has 2 move, so there's no way for me to be able to jump them without taking at least 1 shot going in. Or leaving the assassin to get shot twice in a turn, which is what is really going to happen. So Gulayawa is going to end up in this space no matter how we do this. Yep, that's a shame. The assassin took a lot more damage than I was hoping for there. Do I... How much damage do you guys do? 26. I think I want to deny them the ability to apply any marks. Oh, no. Gulayawa goes after they do. So it actually doesn't matter how I do this. They're still going to get to pick targets. Man. I was hoping that the Predator's Mark thing wouldn't apply on counterattacks, but it looks like it did there. Either that or they just rolled natural damage and a half. Oh god, I'm actually dead. Well, that's very embarrassing. The good news is, nothing. That's bad. That's just bad. What are we looking at in terms of resurrection cost? 130? Thing is, I really need this. Well, I guess I don't really need that, because we have other stuff that we need to build in the immediate future here. How many people do I need to leave on food to get that 1-turn birth? 3, it looks like? Okay. Well, that's the number I will leave. Definitely want to get this going. So, Dust is just buying Empire Mint and getting my damn hero back. I mean, it's got to be getting the hero back first, right? Because we have a few turns before we need to do anything else. Annoying, but necessary. Make the hero on Emaroya. Let's just go ahead and wrap this up, I guess. I do respawn with my action point intact, which is nice. And obviously we can just auto-resolve that. Okay. Hey, look, I did it. So, we got our Predators. We have some kind of military. Sort of, technically, some kind of military. And our hero now has to, you know, run for Ladera if we want to keep the hope of that Lust for Loot quest alive. Although I have to say, Lust for Loot has gone out of its way to give us not very good rewards on the first couple of goes here. So I probably want to meet these guys. I definitely want to meet... I don't want to meet, but I want to see who pink and purple are. So infiltrate a guy over here. Alright, we'll have the Predators run that way. It has to be the hero who searches the Lust for Loot ruins. Okay, and winter coming up at a, like, truly, almost comically horrible time. Suppose there wasn't really going to be a good time, but it's gonna mean that this is the only Lust for Loot ruin we get to search. Which is annoying. Also, this would be a really good time for all of my cities to be producing lots of food. So it's a problem for me for that reason as well. Alright, there's a ruin to search over there. Hopefully this will be a really, really short winter. Sometimes that first winter, like, just comes and immediately goes. Well, it looks like we have properly met pink, but it was worth it to get the ruin. Yarkapaku. Okay, interesting. I don't really have a good sense of the sort of personality of the AI Kapaku. Hopefully friendly. Hopefully we can describe them as friendly. Should I grab this? No, because if I grab this, it's going to take me an extra turn to get to the ruin, thanks to the positions of the woods. Alright, so I would love to have this city get immediately in on building the Empire Mint. I was kind of hoping, first of all, to still be producing dust for a little while, and secondly, to find some more stuff in ruins. We can do this to help out a little bit. You know, our Empire population is pretty good for turn 19, actually. Especially considering that we have 4 points of minor faction population on top of the population values of the cities. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, so we want to run this way as quickly as possible at the beginning of the next turn, because I do not want the Kapaku to attack us. It may be the case that they wouldn't, but it also might be the case that they only didn't attack us there because they didn't have the action point, and he is just going to follow me directly and be able to see me the whole time because he was right on my heels. Well, he's not attacking at the moment. Guess he's just not going to? That's awfully nice of him. Alright, so we could just burrow here. The first burrow is not amazing. Actually, like, just building burrows is a low priority in this area. Probably we want to build a military unit then, to buy time, sort of. It's good to just have military units as well. If we upgrade the Predator design a little bit here, let's make sure that I am right about that thing. We do this... Yep, these guys are retrofittable. Okay. So yeah, just work on producing a unit for a little while until we can afford the Empire Mint tech. What a bad time for winter. Alright, and we do not have enough influence to get even a level 1 Empire plan, but that's fine because we need our influence for installing spies and whatnot. Actually, this gives influence. Where's the next location? Okay. That's pretty far away. Fortunately, we can teleport. Because Guliawa is cheats. We just put you down on Naklaran with 2 points of movement intact. How much time do I have left on this? 4 turns. So we're going to get the 80 dust. That's going to get us Empire Mint. And we do, in fact, have enough influence now with that quest reward to buy 1 level of something. It would probably be better for it to be this than a 20% cost reduction on researches, right? It's like right now we're looking at 137, so this would take 26 dust off of this. It's not inconsiderable. And the thing is, we don't actually want to have people assigned to dust all that often. Yeah, I probably would take this if we're going to take anything, but are we going to take anything? We're getting 5 influence per turn right now. We want to be able to actually perform spy actions. I'm actually pretty torn on this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it. I don't know. That's a little aggressive with our influence spending, but it may well turn out to be worth it. And we're just going to have to prioritize Glory of Empire when we get into Era 2. Speaking of which, we are only 2 technologies off of Era 2. 1 technology after we finish this. It's probably going to be Alchemist's Furnace. Obviously, we have stuff that we need to go back and get. But we probably want to get our furnaces in Naklaran up. Yeah, okay. Oh, also I should have Naklaran build things, I suppose. There's an argument to be made that you should build things when you can. Okay, winter could just winter could end right now, and that would be totally good. Totally fine. Alright, give me 80 more dust, and we get 15 dye and 15 wine. If only we could make it over here, which we cannot do. Right, I don't have any units anywhere near that. That's a shame, too, because... Nope, never mind. I was, for some reason, thinking we had a little bit of wine left. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to get that in 3 turns. Guliawa's assignment cooldown won't be up for 2 turns, and we can't teleport close enough. So we can just grab some pearls here. That is 9 pearls in that deposit right there. That's crazy. What are you doing on XP? You are nowhere near your next level, because the next level is quite significant, right? The first level of Lord of the Trance. Okay, well, I appreciate you not killing me, Mr. Kapaku, sir. I don't so much appreciate you following me everywhere. Purple is Vaulters. Okay, I have strong feelings about that. Alright, let's purchase the Empire Mint design. You can hold off on this, and in fact, just like really put some effort into this. Huh? Put your back into it a little bit. This is probably where we're headed next. We're going to need to actually put some people on influence production pretty soon. Once we get this Empire Mint up, that may be what we do with the capital. On the whole, I'm feeling pretty good about this, though. We have some very, very good starting terrain. I have no idea what to do with you now. We should probably go talk to this village. Maybe we could get it to convert easily. Okay, 10 dye is interesting. Not enough dye to actually be meaningful, but interesting. Can we pull people off of influence now, or onto influence now, without increasing the number of turns to the Empire Mint? Yes, we can. All right, yeah, we need to do this. We need to have some influence ready. We're getting pretty close to being able to see this city. Okay, destroy an Erisys village in Kostrian. Boy, that's a pain. We could do that, but I think I'm just going to attack here. Use Guliawa plus the garrison to get these guys down, get another batch of loot. Oh, there's a roaming army that is even stealthier than most Forgotten armies, somewhere nearby. You would think it would be hard for a Delver to sneak up on you. Okay, well, we'll definitely lose that fight. Okay, I do not care about pacifying those guys enough to give them dust. Yeah, not in our current circumstances. Okay, so over here we definitely need to work on this thing. And in this battle, I think what we do is we just have Guliawa hide. Fight them with the militia, lose the battle, but pretty much just lose the battle, and then we'll figure it out later. Because they're slow enough that we should be able to just hide from them. Right, they only have 2 movement, and we'll be able to hold them up on the militia to some degree. We could just try to fight them, but I'm pretty sure we lose that fight. Well, these guys are going to spawn in with 3 move. They're not going to be able to get into position to help me. I would not want Guliawa to step forward and fight one of the Delvers only to have the other one stun. So we definitely want to stand at least far enough back that this guy can't move adjacent to us. You guys should focus on the same enemy. And I am going to stay put for a turn. Okay, wow, 46 damage and none taken. So you can only move to here. We can afford to take a shot here. I'm going to try to kill this thing. See if we can get a little bit lucky. And then I have time to run away if things don't really work out in our favor. But they totally did. The question is, how much more do we commit? This guy can make it to here this turn. Guliawa is 100% safe in attacking from there, because that's a proper cliff. Yeah, we'll just do this, see if we can't get this guy down. And we'll just keep making decisions as to what we need to do to survive as we... Okay, so they're like 100% fixated on Guliawa. That's actually really good for us. That makes them very manipulable. So we come out like all the way ahead on this. This guy's going to get to move to here this turn. I kind of wish you weren't in that spot. That's where I want Guliawa to be. Because the thing is, if we move to here and attack, then... Yeah, I move first. I will be able to get away from this guy. We need to make sure that... Well, actually, will I? He's going to move to here. I move to here. Then next turn, I can move to here, but he would just go 1-2 and attack me. That said, at that point, he'll probably be the only enemy left. But that still might be enough damage to be lethal. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Let's just play this really safe. There's no reason not to use the militia as human shields to the maximum possible extent. Oh, also, apparently that was the last turn of combat. Okay, so next turn, Nakloren's garrison will be completely regenerated, and we will take this out. And then we can potentially jump into the city right then. I don't know if we'll be able to see it from right here, but we'll certainly a chance. Okay, we're getting our mints going. I think over here... No, never mind. I was going to say I think maybe we want to do sewer system second, but no, we don't. I put everybody on industry. We can burn through this stuff real fast. Yeah, okay. I will say our rate of research is not as good this game as it was last game, but there's a lot of good stuff going on here. Yep, Empire Mint is, or Lust for Loot is failed. This is that torn up dredge army. I mean, we just go, right? Okay, so their units and Gulayawa have maintained their damage, but the militia are coming in 100% fresh. Let's just have everybody focusing on the wounded one, huh? Huh, this time my militia are faster than they are? They had more initiative than that last time, right? Or did we have less initiative? Huh. Well, I mean, that's good for us. I do not want to move forward this much this turn. I don't want them to get the first strike. Alright, I see that fixation is still occurring. Again, nothing but good stuff for us. I think maybe Gulayawa just stays put this turn to keep this guy running around this way. I guess there's no point in doing that. Yeah, Gulayawa just runs up to here to finish him off. Oh, I sure did let them have first strike, didn't I? Well, okay, apparently I was underestimating our combat prowess there. We got 30 dust as loot, which is pretty nice. It's just free money. Money for nothing. And do we have vision? Okay, we sure do. So we infiltrate here and we go up to level 3 infiltration. Which again is the sort of thing you would really like to have Lord of the Trance for. So, I mean, we can now see them on the scoreboard. I don't know that that's particularly useful. Hey, it turns out all of their resources are coming in faster than all of ours. Who would have thought? What am I going to do with you? Alright, well, we're going to keep looking around for ruins, obviously. For the moment, Purple does not know us, and thus cannot yell at us about settling near them or declare war on us, which is crucial. But if I go after that ruin, there's a pretty good chance we meet. I don't know. It's probably not going to be a problem. Fingers crossed it will not be a problem. Okay, so after Nakhlaren finishes the Empire Mint, I think this is where we want to build the altar. Because this build is really valuable. It will not have any adverse effect on our approval. And then we do need to build up the Delver villages that we have burned as well. This city is very strong, though. Okay, we do not know what the potential winter effects for next winter are until the altar actually completes. And you know what? This is probably a good place to stop for now. We've got our faction quest rolling along. We've got 3 cities. They're, honestly, almost real cities already. This is good. This is a pretty good position to be in for turn 24. We did lose one of our starting units, but we're working hard to replace it. Well, we're not working that hard. We're kind of hard working to replace it. We have to make sure that we are not too militarily weak. When the Vaulters meet us, the Vaulters do have a tendency to go after neighbors that they perceive to be weaker than them pretty hard. If we could bait them into a misstep, that would be pretty cool, but what's far more likely is that we would just lose a war with them at this point in the game, because I'm sure they have about 15 or 20 units. So yeah, care. Caution is going to be the name of this game, at least for a little while. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when, hopefully, I don't get all of our units killed in stupid ways. and we'll see you then.